The single hormone relentlessly driving your body's aging process, often without you even realizing it, is cortisol. This isn't just about looking a little older. It's about a deep cellular degradation that accelerates the clock from the inside out, affecting everything from your skin's elasticity to your brain's sharpness. But here's the critical insight. You possess the biological controls to drastically slow and, in some aspects, even reverse this unseen hormonal onslaught. Cortisol is often called the stress hormone, and for good reason. For millennia, it was our body's ingenious survival mechanism. When our ancestors faced a genuine threat, like a hungry saber-toothed cat, cortisol flooded their system, shunning blood to muscles, sharpening senses, and suppressing non-essential functions like digestion and immunity. It was a potent, short-term burst of energy designed to help us fight or flee. The problem, however, is that our modern lives are filled with perceived threats that trigger the exact same ancient response, but without the physical release. Your looming deadline, that endless email inbox, or even the blare of a car horn in traffic, these all tell your body danger, and your adrenal glands pump out cortisol hour after hour, day after day. This chronic elevation of cortisol doesn't just make you feel stressed, it actively dismantles your cellular integrity. Think of your DNA like shoelaces, and at the very tips of those laces are protective caps called telomeres. These telomeres shield your genetic material from damage every time a cell divides. But persistent high cortisol acts like a pair of tiny, relentless scissors, snipping away at these crucial caps. As telomeres shorten, your cells can no longer replicate effectively, leading to what scientists call cellular senescence, essentially cells becoming old, dysfunctional, and signaling for breakdown rather than repair. It's like a biological alarm blaring inside you, saying time's up far sooner than it should. The signs of this cellular breakdown aren't just invisible under a microscope. They manifest in ways you can see and feel every single day. Have you noticed your skin losing its youthful plumpness, perhaps more fine lines appearing than you'd expect for your age? That's cortisol breaking down collagen and elastin, the very proteins that give your skin structure and bounce. Or perhaps you're experiencing stubborn belly fat that just won't budge, even with diet and exercise. Your body has a higher concentration of cortisol receptors in abdominal fat cells, making it a prime storage site when stress levels are high. Then there's the persistent brain fog, the struggle to concentrate, or even issues with memory retrieval, all hallmarks of cortisol's disruptive effect on brain neurochemistry and inflammation. This isn't just about vanity, it's about your body's essential systems slowly losing their optimal function. So what's constantly stoking this cortisol fire in our lives? It's rarely a single dramatic event, but rather a relentless barrage of subtle stressors that our ancient biology simply wasn't designed to handle. It's the blue light from screens disrupting our sleep cycles, our always-on work culture blurring the lines between work and rest, the constant influx of news triggering low-grade anxiety, and diets heavy in processed foods that inflame our systems. Imagine Sarah, a driven professional who wakes before dawn, checks emails in bed, skips breakfast, relies on caffeine jolts, and collapses exhausted but wired each night, only to repeat the cycle. Her body perceives this as a continuous emergency, trapped in a modern paradox where the fight-or-flight response is constantly activated but never fully discharged. But how do we truly break free from this insidious cycle? The good news is that you don't need a miracle cure. You need a strategic, biological intervention. The fastest way to stop cortisol from silently aging you is to resync with your body's natural rhythms. Start with strict sleep hygiene. Aim for 7 to 9 hours consistently. Crucially, expose yourself to natural light first thing in the morning to calibrate your circadian rhythm, signaling to your brain that the day has begun and cortisol levels can rise naturally, then fall. Incorporate mindful movement, not just intense workouts. Think leisurely walks in nature, yoga, or deep stretching. These practices signal safety to your nervous system. Prioritize nutrient-dense whole foods, especially those rich in magnesium and omega-3s, while drastically reducing processed sugars and caffeine, which can exacerbate the cortisol response. Simple daily practices like conscious deep breathing for just 5 minutes can dramatically shift your nervous system out of fight or flight into rest and digest. Understanding cortisol isn't about fearing stress, it's about mastering your body's most powerful ancient system for modern life. By implementing these targeted strategies, you're not just managing stress, you are actively repairing cellular damage, protecting your DNA, and literally slowing down the biological processes that accelerate aging. You are giving your cells and your entire being the signal to heal, rejuvenate, and thrive. This isn't a battle against time, but a profound renegotiation with your own cellular blueprint.